I got a nice cup of Java here.
Nice cup of Java. Hey everyone, welcome to Trudging Along.
Welcome to the audio visual show.
Yeah, audio if you're listening on wherever you're listening, and video if you have YouTube. You know how it works.
Yeah,
if
you
don't
can see
know
us.
how it works by now, then
You
get
can
the hell
see
out of
us
here.
and hear us.
Yeah, and you probably don't want to do either, but you're a masochist like we are, just trudging your way through life. I'm Trev.
I'm Dave, and I just don't get it anymore.
You don't get what? What don't you get, buddy? Or are you just talking just in general?
Existence.
Existence. Did you ever really get it though? I never really did.
Not really. You just kind of put it in the back of your mind, right? You kind of drown it out.
You try not to think about the fact that your father never pulled out in time, and now you're stuck here.
Yeah, like you always said, I never asked for this.
Well, I didn't, and I just feel like, having a children is an inherently selfish act because you're trying to.
Did you say having a children?
Maybe I did. I don't know. Having a children or having multiple of them or a child or however you want to say it, it's an inherently selfish act. You're just looking to fill a void in your life that your relationship or booze or I don't know, your job can't fill anymore. So you want to pass on your misery to someone else because maybe they can be better. Maybe they can do what you couldn't do. Maybe they'll fix that little hole inside of you, and you just end up resenting them when you have to get up at 6 a.m. for hockey practice.
Oh, fuck that.
Did you like that? I threw in a sports reference there.
Mm-hmm.
And it
I
worked,
did not
right?
like that.
Early hockey practice. That's a thing.
Oh, it was a thing. Yeah, it was 6 a.m. So you'd have to be up by 5:30.
Yikes!
And then you'd have to get your gear on. And then once it's done, you got school. That's the most fucked up part.
So did you ever do that when you were a child? Did you ever have the hockey early? Did you do that?
Oh yeah, all the time for like.
Oh really?
For like 7 years.
No shit.
Yeah.
Huh. And how'd that go? 7 years. So what age range are we talking about? Are we talking like 5 to 12? Are we talking 12 to 17?
Yeah, no, like
12 to 19?
7 to 16, I'd say.
Okay. So those are pretty
8 to
formative
16?
years.
Huh?
Those are pretty formative years, and hockey was a big part of it for you. How often did you do that? I had no idea.
Oh yeah, practice would be, I don't know, 3 times a week, and then there'd be a couple games.
Jesus Christ! And like those are all obviously the games on the weekends, but all the practices
Games
before
or weekends,
school.
Yeah, practices were usually they'd be like Tuesday, Thursday,
That
and
sounds
one would be
fucking
morning
awful.
and one would be after school.
Get the fuck out of here! Twice in a single day?
No. Like they wouldn't. All practices wouldn't be morning ones. You would get the odd after school practice.
It was
but the
either
morning
or kind of thing.
The morning ones fuck.
You enjoyed it though? You must have.
Oh, I
Otherwise, why'd you do it?
enjoyed playing. I didn't enjoy the morning practices because it fucks your whole day up, even when you're a kid.
I see. It's kind of like I would liken it to maybe working out. Like actually getting up the nerve to do the damn thing sucks, but when you're in it, you're like, okay, this isn't too bad.
Oh yeah. Once it starts, it's good. But then you know that after you're done practice, you've got to race home, shower, and then go straight to school. And
You
then
have to
you're
race
just like,
home, beat off in the
Wow.
shower.
You're not really. I didn't get a tingle. I didn't get a dick tingle at that age yet.
Well, not when you started, but there must have been some point in time in the locker room. There was a little towel snapping session every now and again, right?
Yeah. Once
You're older, once
Yeah.
you guys are maybe 13, 14, and things start coming online for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of a sudden these new programs are booting up in your brains, and you're wondering what's going on over there, what's going on down there.
Yeah. When you're looking up porno when the modem first came around, and you took 20 minutes to print off one porno page.
I would imagine that though for your locker room shenanigans. Did someone ever bring a magazine in? Was someone like, guys, you got to check this out?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, really? Okay, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. So.
And then someone would grab it from him and then throw it out into the middle of the room so they'd be embarrassed, and then everyone would look at it, and then.
But why would
hide it
That's
from the
an
coach.
interesting thing. Why would he be like if a guy brought? So you're telling me the guy didn't bring it to show everyone? Someone just found it in his locker or in his
No,
bag.
it was in his bag, his hockey bag.
So you guys were all rummaging through hockey bags. You ever
That would
seen
happen
inside
at
hockey's bag?
Oh yeah, that would happen at school all the time too. Didn't you get that when someone would bring a porno mag to school and then everyone would be throwing it around in class to try to get the guy in trouble?
You're recalling back a memory for me right now. It's just like it instantly triggered this memory I have of this elementary school bully. His name was Tyler.
Oh, of course it was.
He kicked the shit out of me. One time I think
with one hand behind his back.
3rd grade. Big guy. I think he was definitely held back at least 1, if not 2 grades.
Oh yeah,
he was noticeably
no,
larger
there
than
was
the rest
those
of
kids.
us.
There was always those grade 7 kids that looked like they should be in grade 10 already. They had the mustache.
Yeah,
and they're like weirdly aging too fast.
And I'm old enough now to recognize that his home life must have been absolute garbage.
Oh yeah,
because he got someone saw him, like, I don't know, punch me or something, and then the teachers got called, and then our parents got called. And then like a week or so later, he tried to do the opposite. He tried to make me his like best friend. And by his way of like reaching out an olive branch was, instead of holding out an olive branch, he held out a Hustler magazine.
Oh, that's awesome.
He was like, "Hey, look, I brought this from home. Let's look at it together." Like that was his kind of like, that's how he was trying to communicate. And I really wasn't having any of it, mainly for the punching, but also
he's just a weirdo.
Yeah. This, like, it felt like I don't want to look at this with you. Because I don't know what's gonna happen now. Are you gonna donkey punch me? Is that what's gonna happen now when we're perusing this mag together?
Did you get a peek though? At least did you get a quick peek?
No, I don't. I mean, not that I remember. I remember being a Hustler, and then I remember him opening a page. I don't really remember what was on the page. I just was like, "I'm good, Tyler. We can just not talk."
You don't remember what was on the page? That would have been burned into my fucking skull.
He's burned into my skull. Like I think he even had an earring. I may be making this up, but I think in 3rd grade, this dude had an earring, like a little hoop.
Oh, he's his parents are one of those people.
Yeah, and yet, now I can recognize that obviously his parents' life weren't going well, and so they decided to have a kid, and that didn't fix things, and then the problem got passed along to me. Do you know what I mean? Now I had to deal with it.
Yeah, the dad's a long haul trucker. The mom is like a hairdresser, and they eat dinner in front of the TV every night.
Yeah, but a hairdresser that like exclusively smokes the entire time.
Yeah, the house reeks. The house reeks, and they're always eating. They're constantly eating.
My grandmother used to get her hair done in someone's basement. Sometimes she would take me along, and I would watch TV in the basement, another room. And on the other side, this lady had a little shop set up. There'd usually be a couple clients in at the same time. I just remember them talking and laughing, and just smoke pouring out of that room.
That's awesome.
Like to the point where if anyone was knowledgeable about fires at all, they would think that there was a small fire going on inside that room.
It's weird. When you were younger, hairdressers were always like kind of like sleazy people. But now hairdressing is like an art form. It's like fashionable, and like you have to be like a professional.
Yeah, I think. Well, I think there was
hairdressing used to be for like rockers, and now it's
think about how fashion's changed though. I don't not that I'm a big fashion guy, but you think about the hairstyles that were prevalent in like the 80s and the 90s
I guess
versus.
So. But don't you find hairdressers now are like professional? They make a lot of money. They're like really talented.
Well,
and before it was like you be an alcoholic and drink wine while you're cutting hair.
Yes, and I think there's definitely still a need for that. But I also think that as the progression of tools and social media has evolved, and now everyone is showing themselves almost at all times in photos and videos and stuff online, there's been an explosion in terms of needing both guys and girls to look good. So there's this uptick, I'm sure, in in hairstylists,
it's
and
the
even
fashion
like makeup.
industry in general is just blown up.
But it's true, because you're expected to look like, half the time I don't even want to do my hair when we do these things. But now we got the video fucking portion, so I'm like, I guess I'll fucking throw some.
You gotta throw some peanuts at them.
Throw some pomade in there, and I'll try and make myself look half presentable.
Yeah.
You're right though. You're right. I mean, what's old is new again. Someone at work was complaining that Generation Z is ruthless online, and that skinny jeans aren't allowed anymore.
What's Generation Z?
That's, you know what? That's a great question, because she was saying it. I think it's anyone born after like 2003, maybe.
Oh, the new generation?
Apparently they're just sorry, I was wrong. Earlier than that. Born between 97 and 2012. They are currently between 6 and 24 years old.
Oh, that's my nephew.
Yeah, so apparently she was saying that all of these people online, because she's an avid TikToker, at least perusing it. Read the comments. She says she's not allowed to wear skinny jeans anymore. She's not allowed to have a side part, or is it a middle part? I don't know. One of the parts is totally up.
I heard that was popular for a while for that generation, the side part.
Okay, but then she's saying that you look at them and they're wearing basically all these like late 80s, early 90s clothes.
I was just going to fucking say that.
Yeah.
You go to the ski hill now and you see people my nephew's age and they're all wearing fucking 80s ski outfits.
Yeah. Everything old is new again. It all comes around, and now we're able to track it a lot better because of social media. So they think that they're pushing the envelope.
No, they're not.
You're not. Like, we've seen that before. In fact, I watch. If I'm going to throw on Planes, Trains, and Automobiles in damn near 9 months, and I'm going to see those exact same outfits that you're wearing now.
Yeah, and people were wearing. My generation was wearing 80s stuff in the thousands and 90s already.
Yeah, I don't know. Everyone's just looking for some kind of meaning and purpose and to stand out.
I know, but the well is running dry.
Oh, it dried up a long time ago, baby. We're squeezing stones at this point.
Yeah, but you can really tell.
Yeah, my ears are very warm right now because I'm using my wireless.
Oh yeah, do you have your
headphones?
your spidey senses? Are you gonna get hit in the back of the head with a brick?
I was gonna say, do you know how when you take a nice a t-shirt or a pair of pants out of the dryer and you put them on and it's just nice and toasty?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was charging my headphones and then I put them in and they were very warm and they immediately warmed up my ears. Not the same
seems
feeling.
Like it's not healthy.
Yeah. No. It's not. That's what I was gonna say. When I put on a nice warm t-shirt, I'm like, oh, this feels great. You put in warm wireless headphones and I immediately think, oh, this took 5 years off my life.
Yeah,
I instantly almost have brain cancer. I think.
Yeah, you're gonna be like this now at 75 instead of 85.
Not even 75. It'll be like 58. 58, and one of my ears will fall off. It'll just be like
when you get really old and then
no, that's not funny. I mean, it's kind of funny, but don't do that.
Okay.
It's not nice.
No, I'm talking about old people, not like a disease or something. Just when you get really old.
Age is a disease. Yeah, I used to mow the lawn of an old couple that lives out a block away from me growing up, and that was him.
Yeah, I think that's just old age. I wasn't making fun of any type of ailment. I was just saying.
I wonder why you get the shakes when you get old.
I don't know.
I'm gonna Google why do old people. Let's see what pops up. Complain so much, sleep so much. Shake is the third one. The third one is shake.
Okay, maybe we shouldn't.
Then it said Parkinson's right away.
Well, no. See, I'm saying not like a certain type of ailment. I was saying.
Okay, no. So that was the first thing is Parkinson's. Second thing is people also ask what causes the shakes in the elderly. Tremors can be caused by alcohol abuse, an overactive thyroid, a stroke, and a variety of neurological conditions.
Well, there it is. Well, it's an umbrella.
Yeah, it's an umbrella. Number one with the bullets, alcohol abuse. So you and I will be sitting on a porch together, shaking as we have coffee.
I will be shaking and a rolling.
Mm-hmm. You're permanently. I'm gonna look like I permanently have music in my wireless earbuds.
Yeah,
and it will have been caused by the wireless earbuds, but not because there's music.
Oh, it'll be caused by Jack Daniels.
Because they were nice. I don't like Jack Daniels. Can I be honest with you?
It's too sweet.
Do you want to know? Maybe it's that. I've never really broken it down. That
used to be my go-to before I moved to Jameson's.
That's straight up alcoholism. First of all,
I mean not like a go-to. I mean like when I did a shot, it was Jack Daniels.
Oh, you know what it tastes like to me? Kind of like a little bit like peanut butter. If I do it in a shot,
it is sweet. It's sweet,
and then you know what I don't love?
It's heavy. It's thick.
Every time I take a sip or a shot of it, I always instantly think of the part on the label that says Tennessee Mash, and I don't love that for some reason.
That's nice mash whiskey.
I don't love that term, mash whiskey.
There's a lot of history in that term.
Yeah, for me, it's Mobile Army Surgical Hospital.
Oh, yeah. Do.
Yeah, because suicide is painless.
Are you talking about Klinger? Klinger was the best.
Klinger was the best. Klinger was the bomb.com. Also,
you know what, though? After a while,
relatable.
he got annoying. It got a little
But
played out.
They stopped with that.
Yeah.
So seasons 1 through 3 of MASH, very funny, very comedy heavy. Then Alan Alda really took creative control. Seasons 4 to 11, I think it went. I think it went 11 seasons. And it got pretty dark in some moments. A little too dark, I would argue sometimes.
Well, it was still good, though. It was still funny.
Still great. And still some funny stuff, but also very, very heavy. You have Disney Plus, right?
I do.
Did you see they launched Disney Plus Star a couple days ago?
No, I didn't.
So they have Hulu in the States, right?
Yeah, we don't get that here.
We don't. But Disney owns majority stake in Hulu. So now they're like, well, how do we get most or some of our Hulu content to the rest of the world? Their answer was Disney Plus Star. It's
Oh,
another
shit.
category.
So we get more stuff now, more content.
It's another category on Disney Plus that has a lot of. It's like geared for adults.
Do I have to pay extra, or is it part of the package?
You do not have to pay extra.
That's amazing.
They upped the annual cost of Disney
Great.
Plus, so when you renew, it's going to be more money. But they have things like Deadpool, Shape of Water, The Martian, 3 Billboards, the entire series of The X-Files. Very excited about that.
Wow. So it hasn't been launched yet? It hasn't come out yet?
No, it's launched, baby. I'm looking at it right now on my phone.
Well, fuck.
Devil Wears Prada, Father of the Bride. There's some good oldies in here too.
Father of
Pretty
the Bride
Woman.
was on Disney already. 1 and
Was
2.
it?
Yeah.
Okay. Black Swan. That one was not on Disney Plus before.
I never saw the film. I don't really like seeing movies that make me feel like I'm going insane.
This one definitely does. Aronofsky's films, for me, it's like being artistic for the sake of being artistic. Maybe that's because I'm just not intelligent enough to get them.
I think it got worse as he went along. That fucking Mother was just
Mother
stupid.
was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. What else do they have on here? They have Good Morning Vietnam.
Oh, great. Yeah. That's
Ed
more of
Wood.
It's a dark comedy.
Die Hard, Gone in 60 Seconds, Speed, Taken, The Rock, Armageddon, The Beach, Commando, Thin Red Line, Con Air, Behind Enemy Lines.
They have Con Air on the Commando?
Pearl Harbor, Need for Speed, The A-Team.
Fuck off. I gotta go.
So yeah, a lot of cool stuff on here. They also have a horror section. They have Alien on here.
Are they? What about are they gonna add all the series too that Hulu has on there?
Some of them. So the entirety of Family Guy's on here now. Last Man Standing, How I Met Your Mother,
So
Scrubs,
a lot of Fox stuff.
MASH, the entire series
Oh
of
wow,
MASH
Last
is
Man
on here.
Standing too. They used to have that on Netflix. I was sad to see it go because I wasn't even close to finished.
Well, now's your chance. New Girl, Criminal Minds, Blossom, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
New Girl is on
Futurama.
Netflix. How the fuck is it off Netflix now, I guess?
It probably will be. There might be multiple rights to it. Hill Street Blues, According to Jim. There's tons of stuff on there now.
I didn't like According to Jim.
I never watched it. I did watch.
You know what
a
I like
movie,
was
though.
Becker, and I can't find it
Becker
anywhere.
with
Fucking
Ted
Ted
Danson.
Danson. Yeah.
He's got a new show. Have you watched it? I haven't seen it.
No, or Spin City. That was good too with Michael J. Fox.
Michael J. Fox. Yeah. Speaking of Tremors.
You can't say he's a Canadian icon.
He is a Canadian icon, and I treasure him greatly, and that's just true as well.
Well, he does make light of his condition, though. Have you
I'm
watched
not making
it?
light of his condition.
No, Curb Your Enthusiasm, though. He a whole episode
yeah.
makes fun of him.
He did. They have the entire series of Scrubs on Disney Plus Star, and he did a arc on Scrubs as well because the co-creator, I think, of Spin City, Bill Lawrence, created Scrubs.
Oh, really? Good.
Yeah. A little tie-in for you. I watched a movie on Disney Plus a couple nights ago I'd never seen before. This might shock you. Never Been Kissed.
Oh, you never seen that movie? Josie
Never
Grossi.
seen that movie.
Josie Grossi.
Drew Barrymore. That entire movie is so fucking problematic, even for that time. I don't know what they were thinking.
Yeah, how the brother is like 30 and he comes back and tries to hit on girls and play baseball.
How about her teacher? So for those of you that don't know Never Been Kissed, essentially Drew Barrymore is an...
Oh, yeah, I never even thought about it. He's a high school teacher fucking with a student?
Get this. So so Drew Barrymore's in her like mid-20s, works for a paper, wants to do her first article, and the head of the paper goes, you know what? I want to find out what all the kids are doing in high school because that's my granddaughter's age. You're going to go undercover in high school and enroll as a high school student. So far, it sounds like a classic 90s kind of funny premise, right? She goes to this school and like she was never popular in high school. She was picked on, and so you have this like kind of like
just give him the
she's all
Coles notes.
that. Anyways, so she ends up becoming very popular and ends up really digging this English teacher who's got a girlfriend that you meet. They meet at a club because you can be underage at a club. You get the stamp that says you can't have alcohol.
Yeah, and then the most fucked up part is that he gets mad when he finds out that she's not a teenager.
Yes. So here's the thing. Drew Barrymore's character meets this teacher's girlfriend. This girlfriend's kind of weird. And this male teacher starts confiding in what he assumes is a 17-year-old high school student about his relationship problems.
I never even fucking thought of it that way.
Then they go to some fair. She's on a Ferris wheel. He jumps on the seat with her, and they're going around. And he's just like talking about like, oh, you're so mature for your age. Like deeply disturbing stuff. Then it comes out So then the paper, like
Wait,
the editor of the paper.
You're forgetting that her brother, that's even older than her, joins in on the fun and enrolls in the high school too.
Yeah, and then he starts dating a 16-year-old.
Yeah. So let's just.
Yeah, no, that exists as well for sure, and that's gross. But the worst part of this movie is the editor, like she's getting like hidden camera footage of her high school experience. People back at the paper watching it, they see this male teacher and they're like, oh, this is the story. It's got everything you want. It's got sex, intrigue. Like he thinks you're underage. She's like, no, he's so nice. Then she's undercover at prom. She pulls the camera feed so it doesn't get recorded. She announces that she's in her mid-20s and a reporter, and this English teacher gets mad at her. He storms out of the fucking prom.
That makes no sense.
She chases him, and she goes, I'm so sorry. He's like, what am I supposed to, like, how am I supposed to deal with this now? Like, what do you want from me? And we're meant to feel bad for him?
That made no sense.
She writes the article a la How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days with like, hey, she ends her article with, I ended up hurting a man that I think I'm in love with. Meet me at the high school baseball team's open game and kiss me. And then he shows up, everyone's applauding, and he makes out with her on the This relationship's doomed. 3 years from now, he's going to be fucking some other 17-year-old who's actually 17. Like, he gets mad when he realizes that she's not 17.
Yeah, the foundation isn't strong there.
The whole movie is fucked. I couldn't believe, because I'd heard about this movie before, and I was like, oh my god, it's so good, I can't believe I haven't seen it. No, it's not good.
Well, wait. Isn't he like a really young teacher, though? He's only like 20... Like 23 or 20?
Give me a number. That's fine.
23.
Let's say, okay, but how many years of education do you need to be a teacher?
4.
Okay, so let's say he graduates.
5. I think 4 and then 1 year of some kind of teaching program, or maybe 2.
Okay, so 5 years. We're gonna settle on 5 years.
I don't know. 6, maybe even 6. I don't know.
Okay, let's say 6 years. 6 years to be a high school teacher. I don't think it is. I think it's 5. I think it's 4. So
I know you do something after you get your degree.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna look it up right now because let's. Okay, how many years to become a teacher?
I don't know how it could be different in every country though.
5 years becoming a teacher.
1 year
in our
after
province, anyways. 5 years of full time study. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say he graduates. When he graduates high school, he's 17. Okay. Let's say he goes immediately into post secondary. And then he aces everything.
He'd be 22 years old, 23 years old.
So let's say he's 23.
You're supposed to sorry to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
In the States, everyone always just does 4 years straight of university. It's supposed to be 4 years. And so you graduate when you're 21. You're supposed to graduate when you're 21 years old.
Well, if you graduate... Oh, if you're 17 when you graduate high school.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say 5 years. That takes him to 22. Now, I don't think he could probably go right into teaching high school, right?
You'd have to be like a teacher's assistant.
Be like
for
a substitute teacher.
Yeah.
Like, let's say like best case scenario, he's like 24.
Yeah.
Which I don't think in the movie. I believe you're meant to think he's a bit older than that. Again, having just watched the movie, I think you're meant to think. But like the only thing
20s.
Is
that he never hits on her or tries to.
Yes, he does.
Does he?
Yes.
I don't remember it. I haven't seen it in a while.
Yes, he does. You get like I was getting. I'll put it to you this way: if that was like my sister in high school and that teacher was like on the Ferris wheel saying that stuff, I'd beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, I never thought about it that way. I don't know why anyone else hadn't.
So let's say best case scenario, he's like 25. And she's 24, totally cool. He thinks that she's a senior in high school. And this isn't like we've been dating a year, let's role play, you get yourself a mini skirt and a white blouse. This is... He legitimately thinks she's 17.
Well, it is a 90s movie. Maybe in the 90s it was still...
I mean, okay, I get that. Like, I understand, because I was kind of thinking the same thing. I was like, well, this movie's like 24 years old. So this movie's 24 years old, maybe, different times. But I'm like, even still, I can't. 24 years ago, like it's still the same. Like I'm just like, the entire movie to me was. I was like, this is like, I don't like this movie at all. And it had just, because like they even had an out too. I was thinking about it because they talk about a rival paper always scooping their stories. And then at one point in the movie, a rival paper posts about this like makeout place that high schoolers go to.
Oh,
that
yeah.
She finds out about. I was like, well, why couldn't the other newspaper have an undercover reporter? And she's like, ooh, I kind of like this other student. But then you find out together, like they're kind of like they have this thing. And then she's like, you know what? This isn't okay because he's underage. Then you find out, oh, no, he's an undercover reporter as well. Oh, great. We're all good here. At least then you're skating on.
That's too much. That's a totally different movie.
That's too much?
Yeah.
For Never Been Kissed? Are you kidding? It's all there.
Yeah,
They've
whatever,
already laid the groundwork in the movie for that.
The movie's come and gone. It worked. It worked. It's over.
And instead they go, you know what? Let's have this late 20s high school teacher hit on this 17-year-old.
We've gone over this already. Yes, it happened. You know what? It happened. Right now we're crying over spilled milk.
She's not old enough to breastfeed. That's my point.
Ugh.
I'm just saying, don't.
She is actually.
Yeah, you're right. At 17, that's true. I'm just saying, if you have fond memories of Never Been Kissed, don't go back and watch it.
I don't.
Hang on.
It was just a random fucking silly romantic comedy that came out in 1996.
Or if you have the urge to go watch like a 25-year-old-ish like teen comedy, go watch 10 Things I Hate About You.
Great
Far
show,
superior. Far superior to Never Been Kissed.
Can't Hardly Wait.
Can't Hardly Wait. I don't think I've seen that one.
With what the hell was it? The girl that was in I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Oh, Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Jennifer Love Hewitt. Yeah, that was a classic.
Oh, Seth Green's in that?
Yeah. You haven't seen it? It's fucking.
No. I recognize the cover jacket instantly.
It's a '90s fucking teen high school comedy. It was like a hit.
That looks like, in this tiny little thing on Google, that looks like it could be Paul Rudd, but I'm assuming it's not.
No, Paul Rudd is
82% like this. It's got 40% on Rotten Tomatoes. Honestly, though, any movie before 2008, in terms of Rotten Tomatoes, you can't trust what the rating is.
No. And then any movie now you can't trust.
I watched something. I can't even talk about it. Never mind. I can't even talk about it.
What?
It's classified as a documentary, but it's a theatrical. Like it ran, I think, 552 times off Broadway. So they filmed about half a dozen, maybe 8-10 live performances, and then they put it out there.
All right, but who did? Who filmed what? You haven't even talked.
I don't know how to describe it. It's a live show, and he's a close-up illusionist and storyteller.
David, are you talking about Chris Angel?
No. Frank Oz directed it.
Oh, nice.
It's called Derek Delgadio's In and of Itself.
Oh,
and that's all I'll say about it.
Didn't Frank Oz direct Men in Black?
But if you haven't, I would recommend, if you're going to watch it, don't look at a trailer. Don't look up even a description if you can avoid it. Just watch it on iTunes. You could rent it for $6. I rented it, and then I immediately bought it afterwards.
Great. It's one of those. It just grabbed you. It just touched you.
And right at the beginning, right when it starts, it's pitch black on the screen, and then up comes a sentence, and the sentence reads, "Please silence all electronic devices and distractions." And so I turned my phone off. I took my watch off.
All right, you tit.
I'm telling you, it's worth it. It's worth it.
Did Frank Oz directed the original Men in Black, didn't he?
No.
No.
Did he?
No,
you're wrong.
Summers. It was Summers.
Yes.
What did he direct?
He directed one. Was it Steven Soderbergh?
What?
That directed Men in Black?
No, Steven Summers? Summers or something? SMME.
Barry Sonnenfeld. We're both wrong.
Oh, Sonnenfeld. I knew it was an S.
I knew it was like, Barry Sonnenfeld.
What did Frank Oz direct? I know he directed some sort of alien movie, didn't he?
Well, he voices Yoda. Is that what you're thinking?
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah. You know what I just watched? Was
he directed one of my favorite movies.
What, Monster Hunter? With Mila.
Monster Hunter.
It's a new movie by the same guy that directs that did the fucking Underworld franchise.
Oh, what's his face? Yeah. Who directed? Why? I'm usually really good at this, and right now I'm just drawing blanks.
I can't remember his name. Anyways, I watched.
Aren't they married? Weren't they married?
Yeah, they were married. Yeah, they're divorced now.
Oh. Okay, Underworld. Isn't it Levi or Len Wiseman?
Len Wiseman, yes.
Right. And you what's it?
Monster Hunter. It's brand new. What's his name's in it? Ron Perlman. It's like
Where'd you watch it?
It's
Is
a
it good?
setup. It's on demand. It's a setup for like a series. So it took a long time to get going, but then once it did, it wasn't that bad.
Monster Hunter. When Lieutenant Artemis and her loyal soldiers are transported to a new world, they engage in a desperate battle for survival against enormous enemies with incredible powers. Feature film based on the video game by Capcom. Oh, that's a ring.
Oh, sorry, it was Paul Anderson that directed, not Weisman. Fuck.
Paul W.S. Anderson directed this.
Yeah, he did all the Resident Evil movies. That's what I was thinking.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And Mortal Kombat. Did you see the trailer for the new Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, I can't tell if it's really cheesy or it's actually going to be good.
I think those things don't have to be mutually exclusive.
Yeah, it looks good.
I think it can be cheesy and good.
I think it's casted well. I think the cast looks good.
It's going to be one of those direct VOD through HBO Max, I think.
Ah, fuck. But you know what is missing, though? As someone else pointed it out, Johnny Cage wasn't in the fucking trailer at all.
Oh, he'll be there. I'm sure they gotta leave you a little bit to whet your appetite with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, whet your appetite.
This is one of my favorite movies, and it's directed by Frank Oz.
What's
Death
that
at
one?
a Funeral.
Oh, that is good, yes.
The original, not the Chris Rock remake. The original with Alan Tudyk
Yes, I know the original.
and Peter Dinklage. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, you should check out that special. But
And then what the fuck? I'm losing it.
I think you've already lost it, my guy.
Justice League. Doesn't it come out this month in March?
Zack Snyder's 4-hour cut. Yeah, it comes out
March 18th, I think. So the end of March.
Yeah, it's either the day after or the day before St. Patrick's Day. When it comes to March, everything my anchor is St. Patrick's Day, and then everything else is either before or after that.
What do you think the government will do? Cancel it 2 hours before it happens?
What? Oh, St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah. You know they keep.
I could see them. I mean, I'm not going anywhere for it. There's no point.
No.
So yeah, I could see them like the Super Bowl kind of being like, you guys, you can't. They're gonna be worried about people jam packed in bars and stuff. I'm just gonna get 16 Guinness because they come in 8-packs and a bottle of Jameson.
They don't come in 8-packs, do they?
Yeah.
No, they're 4-packs.
No.
They're fucking 4-packs.
I mean, you can get them in 4-packs, but I buy them in 8-packs.
I've never seen 8-packs of them. I always see the
Yes,
plastic 4-packs. No, the 8-packs are with the cardboard.
Yeah, you nailed it. Yeah.
But you've seen the 4-packs with the plastic.
Oh yeah. So I'll get a few of those and a bottle of Jameson. And there's a Dropkick Murphys concert that's live streaming at like 4:00. So I'm just gonna get good and pissed.
Didn't they do that last year too?
They did, yeah. It was like a last minute thing that they were able to make happen. And then this year I think they've got a bit more going into it. But
live in Ireland.
I think they're gonna be in Boston. I think last year they took over.
They were in Dublin last year, weren't they?
God, I want to say they were in Boston as well last year because I think they had a concert originally planned.
Oh, I thought they were in Dublin.
But I'm pretty sure it was Boston. I think they were in like a big stadium. They were at like the Red Sox stadium. What's that called? I don't know.
Wrigley Field.
Yeah, I think that's where they were.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a big production. I can't remember. Fuck it. Anyways, it was good.
Anything pissing you off right now?
Anything pissing me off?
What's just getting right under your fingernails?
Well, I have an update on my neighbor.
Oh yes. Or do we have should we get into that again? What if you watch? What do we?
There's no fucking way, man. I don't think he knows how to operate a computer. So I went and I got weather stripping, and so I ordered some off Amazon. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, so I weather stripped all around the door. Because you know that scene in Matrix Reloaded when he like puts the key in the door and like light goes all the way around the door.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like from my side of the door when the lights on in the laundry room. So for those of you that don't know what we're talking about, just like there's this. You can go back and listen to last week's, but essentially my neighbor's a psychopath and screams and shouts and like murders cats and children alike in
allegedly
the suite next to ours. So I went and got weather stripping and I put it all the way around the door, but then the door wouldn't close. So, like, again, I don't know what I'm doing. So I got this weather stripping. I put it all the way around. It looks good. It had like self-adhesive on the back.
I don't think you can really put weather streaming around a door. You're supposed to put it on the bottom of the door so that the draft doesn't come through, right? But
well, no, because like the door leading outside is weather stripped, right?
yeah, but not. I don't think you don't weather strip underneath the frame, not on top of.
No, you
top
weather
of it.
strip around the door. There's weather stripping around the door. Any door leading outside is weather stripped.
Yeah, but did you added on though, right? Like around the frame?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was looking up how to soundproof a door, and that was like the number one thing. It said if you see any light or whatever, you should get some weather stripping and put it around there. So I did that. It didn't close though. That was the issue I was having. So now what should be soundproof is now doing the opposite because the door can't close. So then I had to take off. I don't know what that part's called. You know the part on the door frame that the tongue part of the doorknob clicks into?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that part I took off the door frame and I moved it about half an inch forward.
Yeah. So the weather stripping could fit?
Yeah. And then so now you can close the door. You got to give a bit of a hip check, but it closes and now it's like nice and snug and there's no light leakage around there. So I'm going to also
ew, light leakage.
Yeah, you didn't like that? Me
no.
Either. I'm also going to get what they call a door sweep.
Yeah, the sweeps are nice.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get one of those as well and put it underneath. And then if
it should muffle a bit of his screams.
Yeah. It should and the screams of the victims.
Mm-hmm.
If that doesn't do the job enough, then
jump off the Lionsgate.
Yeah, I think I'll buy a whole new door. I'm not lying.
Oh, okay.
Like worst case scenario, if it's still like this is driving me nuts, I can get for like $180 like a soundproof bedroom, so interior door, plus the insulation, and that's all I can do.
Or so have the guy. You could spend. I think you could have the guy killed for less.
You know what? The amount of effort it's taking me, you're not wrong. I mean, everyone's hard up these days, and like they don't have a lot to lose. So I could probably go on Craigslist and meet up with someone. But
I need to kill my neighbor.
Here's the thing I'm worried about is that I would do that. I would go on Craigslist. I would find someone. We'd meet up, and it would be him that I would meet.
Oh, and he'd kill you.
Because he's that kind of guy.
He'd kill you.
Well, he's the kind of guy that would be the one on Craigslist posting like, "I'll fucking kill someone for $50."
It'll be funny too. He'd kill you, and then he'd put you in a garbage bag and put you underneath the stairs there, where his boat stuff is.
Yeah. He would put me in a garbage bag right next to his boat jugs.
Yeah.
Or he would knock me out, bring me back to his
his boat.
No, to his suite, and then my wife would hear him yelling all this stuff and just think that he's doing his psycho thing. Turn up the volume on the TV while I'm getting slaughtered, not 10 feet away. Yeah.
Yeah, he murders you and then uses your lifeless body as like a teddy bear in bed. He sleeps with you nightly.
Yeah. Or it's like maybe he like drags it behind his boat for chum.
Oh yeah, that's fucked. I feel
so
sick.
Gross. Yeah, it's too early to be talking about my lifeless corpse being used as chum by my psychotic neighbor.
Yeah, or a teddy bear or a little fuck puppet.
Oh no, I think that's why he got mad at the cat.
Oh.
He was screaming at the cat.
Stupid cat. Because it bit his notch.
I got a lot of messages about that one. A lot of people messaging me being like, "Sorry about your neighbor. What a psychopath. Hope he doesn't listen to the podcast." I was like, "What else is he like? What's he gonna do?"
Well, if he knew you, have you ever like said what you do? Like, "Oh yeah, I have a podcast and I."
No, I've never said.
He looks you up. And get a load of my fucking neighbor.
Yeah, no, I'm the opposite of him. Last week we tried a quick search of him online. Couldn't find anything. He'll have no problem finding me.
That's what I'm saying. What if he has found you for fun? Oh, my neighbor! I can hear my neighbor doing artsy stuff.
Arts and crafts hour. I wonder. Yeah, I just don't think he would be bothered. Like, if you don't like someone, are you going to take the time to look up their shit? And
yeah,
you are.
You do.
I guess that's a good point. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer, and all that stuff. You're not wrong. You can learn the habits of your enemies so that you can better fuck with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would wager no. And like I said, I don't think. I mean, he could probably work Google, but I don't know. Getting a podcast might be a little might be punching above his league, above his weight class.
Yeah. Punching up.
Yeah, I don't know. The guy, yeah, he's a psychopath, man. But step one is done. Weather stripping is done. Now I'll get a door sweep. There's actually already a door sweep on the other side of the door that he installed a few years back.
It'd be funny.
I just
Do all
opened the
that
door
work
one day.
and then just hit him in the back of the head with a tack hammer.
Yeah. I'll do all this work. I'll like buy a new door. I'll install it, and then I'll find out that he's moved out, and this like elderly lady has moved in, and she's quiet as a church mouse.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think church mice are quiet? What's behind that saying?
I'm pretty sure they're quiet because you can't hear a sound when you're in church.
Then wouldn't they be loud because you can't hear anything besides them?
Well, no, because there's mice there and you can't hear anything, so a church mouse must be really quiet.
Oh, I understand, because there's no sound going on in there. It'd be like a library, quiet as a library mouse.
Yeah, same kind of deal.
I feel like a library mouse makes more sense because everyone's quiet in the library all the time, but in
Well,
church
you can hear a
get
pin
quiet.
drop in church.
No, you can't. What if everyone's singing?
Once it starts.
There's a good chunk of
There's breaks. There's a lot of breaks.
Right. You and I are very familiar with at least the Catholic Mass.
Don't get me started.
And there's a lot of sound going on for a good chunk of the time. So
yeah. Well,
maybe it's a different church.
I mean, you're not going to hear anything when Hosanna on high is
Well, they still sing that, right? It's been a while.
I went to a Catholic
I was
wedding.
going to say, when was the last time you were you went to Mass?
What was it? 2 years ago.
Oh, okay. So definitely more recent than me, and there's still that's still a
yeah.
staple.
Oh yeah, Hosanna in the highest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just hits all the it hits all the little tiny traumas.
Yeah, who come in the name of the Lord.
Okay, yeah, I get you.
No, that's in the song. Blessed are those who come in the name of the Lord. But everyone used to laugh when I was in high school when they did that. Everyone would.
Kind of like I'm doing now.
Yeah.
I legitimately almost spit out my coffee.
Hosanna, Hosanna
enough. No,
on
stop.
high. Huh?
Stop. You can stop anytime.
Or grant us peace.
All right. You were asking me what was bothering me in this very moment.
Yeah,
Is
okay.
that what you're doing right now? That's bothering me.
There was a lot of catchy songs.
Catchy tunes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. I used to run soundboard for like a 8-piece band that used to do Mass, like drums, electric guitar, acoustic guitar.
That's psycho.
Yeah, whole 9 yards, man. They really made a production out of it.
You know, there was a couple of the priests that were actually pretty good at their sermons.
Yeah, no,
like,
I've met. Here's the thing. I've never met that I know of a bad priest. A lot of the priests, well, I shouldn't say that. There were some fucking douchebags, but most of them are super nice guys. Most of the priests. It was generally the other people in the congregation that were total fucking assholes.
Oh yeah, weirdos. Most of the brothers that were teachers in my school were all nice guys, normal guys. They like to get wasted too.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. You're cutting out on me. Are you still there?
I think you're frozen.
Oh God.
Oh
Dave,
shit.
are you still there?
You there? Oh, there you go. You're back.
Are you there? Yeah.
Yeah, you were frozen for a second.
Bag. Yeah, you too. Sorry, you said most of the brothers in your.
Yeah, they were nice guys, and they liked to drink a lot too.
Nice guy. Well, I mean, hey, a lot of the best beers were brewed by monks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think we've had this conversation before.
It was a lot of like the other, like the lay people, like the normal people living their lives, going to church, that were just fucking assholes.
Yeah, they're
like,
weirdos.
They would take this, like, their religion, and they would just use it against everyone, or use it as an excuse to be a dick.
Yeah, they thought it was. Yeah. I get. Yeah.
So that was.
You could tell even some of the priests were like, okay.
Yo, 100%. Yeah. Sometimes they'd be like, you need to take it down a notch, Stephanie.
Yeah.
Like, just this is, we get it. Like, you really want to be in there and gung ho, and that's great, and God bless you. But shut the fuck up for a second.
Yeah, I told you this story before, but in grade 12, one of my friends was the groundskeeper for our school, and the brothers all went on vacation.
Groundskeeper Willie.
Yeah, the brothers went on vacation, so we got to. He wanted me to help him one day do work, and I got to finally go up to their quarters, to their dorms.
Their rectory.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
There's like 7 brothers living there, 8 maybe.
Just 8 dudes living together
above the school. This is upstairs in the school.
Oh man, the
and
stories
we went
that
there,
could be told.
And they had a fucking beer on tap. They had a keg and like a beer on tap of kokanee in their kitchen.
Kokanee too, of kokanee
in their kitchen.
Oh man, so yeah, like they're just living the bachelor life. They're like, hey, we're 8 guys sworn to celibacy,
Yeah.
teaching a bunch of horned up 14-year-olds.
Well,
All dudes.
All dudes.
So
but,
what are we gonna do? We definitely need beer on tap.
well, it's not just 14. It's grade 8 to 12. It's 13 to 17.
No, I'm surprised that's all they had. They just only had the one keg.
No, they had two. They had two kegs.
I was gonna say, all right, this is making more sense.
And then they had a liquor shelf that was just
of course. Hey, yeah. No, I mean, hey, if the good Lord turned water into wine, I think the brothers can have a few kegs on tap.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's That's probably my favorite miracle.
Water to wine, yeah.
Oh yeah, Jesus is at his wedding, and his mom's like, you know what, we're running low on booze. He's like, don't worry about it.
He would have made a killing off of that talent.
Oh, are you kidding me? Yeah. Doesn't even matter if the wine's good. You're at a wedding, you're getting pissed. Who cares? Oh yeah.
If he wasn't sacrificed, he'd be a billionaire.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Are you kidding me? Yeah. That was a real missed opportunity on the part of.
Well, I mean, he didn't live long enough, right? He
there.
had a short life.
33, right?
Yes.
Wow. I think that's a perfect
33
age.
and me. Huh?
I think that's the perfect age. Just going out at 33. I mean, not that particular way, of course. But
I don't get it. Back then, wouldn't 33 can be considered fucking old?
Great point. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, how long did people live?
Wasn't like lifespan?
I'm gonna Google it. Average lifespan
During Christ?
Oh my God! It autofilled. Average lifespan during, and then it said Jesus time. That's
nice.
what the brothers called their kegs. Jesus time.
Yeah, Jesus time.
What do you think the average lifespan is?
I would say like 30 years.
This is total bullshit because I think it does diminish somewhat. Apparently, it was around 35 years.
So Jesus was on his way out anyway. He lived a full life.
Yeah, that's just it. Everyone's like, his life was cut down by so much. Although I guess 2 years, if you only live to be 35, 2 years matters a lot more in the grand scheme of thing than like if you live to be 90. Do you know what I mean?
Not really though, because those last 2 years are the worst. Okay,
that's fair. But it accounts for what? Let's maybe say 7% of your life.
I don't understand that lifespan. Does that mean you're an old man at 35?
Means your body probably, your body. I mean, I would imagine that disease would take you out. Well, no, I don't think. I think you'd look.
So you're not geriatric.
You'd definitely be a better looking corpse. Like your corpse.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If you're a corpse at 35 in Jesus' time,
even if the lifespan was 35 years, you're not looking like an old aged man. You're just dying because they don't have the stuff to prolong life longer.
Oh, hang on. Someone said it's important to remember that life expectancy is almost exclusively the average age of a population at death, meaning that a high number of early deaths among infants and children drag the average life expectancy down. In classical Rome, a third of babies died before their first birthday, and half of children died before their 10th. If someone survived past 10 years old, they could expect to live until they were 50 or 60. With some happily living until their 80s, an age we consider elderly in an advanced modern country. Okay, so that is misleading. So he was very much knocked down. I didn't mean to say it in that way, but
knocked on.
That quite a bit earlier than if you make it to like 15, you're in good shape. It's really the first like dozen or so years of your life.
Yes, I thought it was weird. Why do they die early? Does that mean that like the body, the aging process speeds up back then? But it's not.
Right,
it's just...
right. No. So it's a lot of the fact that
he could have had a speakeasy for
20 years. 100%.
Making wine.
He could have been turning the entire river Styx into wine.
Yeah, he would have making killing. He would have. What hand over fist?
Oh, yeah. His cup runneth over.
Yeah, the guy missed out on millions, if not.
What was the currency in that time? It would have been gold. I mean, I don't know.
He lost out on a lot of shillings.
A lot of shillings. That's it. Yeah. Not that he was really into it. But I'm just saying if he were to be into it. I mean, here's the argument that
he would have had a bank account full of
crowns. He would have had help.
Oh yeah. He would have had a bank account full of crowns.
What was a bank account like then?
Was it crowns? It was shillings and crowns.
So if we're living in a simulation, then none of that ever really happened, and we don't really exist. But someone just backfilled
Again, when people say that, it doesn't really
History.
matter because you're still living in the simulation. You got to live it.
See, great point. I don't really think we're living in a simulation.
No,
Because
but
if we
if
were
you-
living in a simulation, my life would be a lot better than it is.
Yeah. But if you say you were, you
Yeah.
it would still be the same as existing whatever way we are now.
Right.
Someone created that, so you're like, okay, I guess this is I'm living it.
So whether you're living in a simulation or not, you still have to exist.
To live out your life.
God, that sucks. There's no way. There's no way it's like Cypher in the Matrix, where we can figure out that we're living in a simulation, and then we can be like, hey, creators, make me a better simulation.
Yeah. But
Do you know
even
what I
if
mean?
but here's the trippy part. Even if you were living in a simulation, you
Yeah.
still are a person outside of that simulation that you're just put in that simulation. So you're still
Are you?
You're still
Are you
existing.
an actual? But
You're
are you an
still
actual
existing.
person, or are you just like a consciousness?
Oh.
Like, are you just like a brain in a jar?
Yeah.
Like,
but
what if you don't have? What if you
you're
don't have a
still-
corporal form?
But again, you're still something. You're still there.
But then if you don't have a corporal form and your brain doesn't have a way like a host to live in, then you're not. The only option you have is living in the simulation.
But there's still a piece of matter there.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
But like if you unplug from the simulation, you couldn't
die.
see.
You still die.
You could there'd be no there. You wouldn't have any. You wouldn't have a body to like.
Oh, that's
to navigate the sensory world.
Attack. I already told you I took these classes before and I had to walk out of them. I was like, what did I sign up for?
I know you're looking at me right now like you're gonna fucking kill me.
No, I'm just joking. I know. I've heard these conversations before. But
Well,
you can take classes that all they talk about is this. All fucking class.
I wonder what the teacher of that class does with their life. Like
He does a
outside that
lot of
class.
acid.
Do you know what I mean? Like, do they take pleasure in the mundane, or do they just go, none of it matters anyways? How do you like?
No, I don't think they
marry
they
those
don't-
two things.
They don't know any better either. They just like exploring the options.
Exploring the options. That sounds like everyone's best time in college.
Yeah.
Sounds like a great excuse for things too. I'm just exploring my options.
Yeah.
You sound like a douchebag in a relationship for a few months, and you haven't really made it official yet. And then she sees you out with another girl. You're like, I'm just exploring my options. I want to make sure when I commit to
that's
you
trashy.
that
What
I'm
is-
really committed to you.
That's a sleazeball.
Yeah, that's the teacher and Never Been Kissed.
Well, no, he wasn't screwing with her. He was just conflicted.
He had a girlfriend, and he was conflicted over a 17-year-old.
Okay. Well, when you put it that way,
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, it's trashy and gnarly and gross. So have you watched anything besides Monster Hunter or whatever? That's
oh yeah, I started watching the fucking Yellowstone with Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner on Amazon. Isn't it like a Western? I hate Westerns, man.
No, it's a modern Western. It's not like old-fashioned Western.
Oh, I have no idea. I don't know what it's about. So
It's about a rancher in Montana in Yellowstone Park now,
Right.
like this day and age.
fucking hate it already.
But-
What does he deal with? Like fucking college students partying in
No,
Yellowstone?
it's like violent. It's like ranch. It's like the mafia, but cowboys.
Okay, see that you should make descriptions for shows because now I'm interested.
Yeah, so it's literally like he is protecting his land from new developers and other people, but while protecting it, like actually, like being real, like modern day cowboys, like shooting.
So he's
people.
like he's taking matters into his own hands. He is the law.
Yeah,
And Kevin Costner's so damn
Oh,
good,
he's so
especially
good
at
at
that kind of role.
and then the acting's great and the writing's good, and the cast is so good too.
Really high praise. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
How many episodes is it?
His daughter plays like the evil. There's 3 seasons. Third season just finished.
There's 3 seasons already. I thought this was a brand new show.
Yeah, well, 2018 it started.
Fuck, there's so much stuff out there.
But his
so
daughter's
much.
that great actress from Flight with
Jodie Foster.
Denzel Washington.
Oh, what am I thinking? I'm thinking of Flight Plan.
No, not fucking Flight Plan. That was actually not bad thriller.
Flight. I have that one.
What's her name? Kelly Riley.
Flight Soars. Denzel Washington's
The girl in it
performance
that
is a
plays the
triumph.
heroin addict. They both like talk to each other during the show.
Kelly Riley
Yeah, Kelly Riley. That's it.
or Melissa Leo.
Kelly Riley.
Man, Don Cheadle's in Flight. I don't remember that.
I don't remember that either.
He's got second billing.
Oh,
I remember John Goodman.
Yeah, wasn't he one of his friends? No, sorry, he was the flight. He worked for the flight company.
Oh, he was the inspector guy, right?
Yeah,
the guy that's going at looking at the plane.
Yeah, and then they call in John Goodman so he can do a couple lines of coke to get sobered up for their
right. Man, like this is the kind of movie. This is rated 18A.
That's when you're an alcoholic. When he breaks into his hotel room next door and drinks the entire Memory Bar, that you have a problem.
Oh, at the end of the hearing when he's like, "I'm drunk right now," it's like fuck, heartbreaking. But like, when does this kind of movie get made anymore? Like, where is room for this kind of movie now? Flight.
Serious dramas don't exist anymore. It's all bullshit.
But like
now.
a serious drama that's got an all-star cast that costs a lot to make. I guess it's streaming services. It's not theatrical. Like Netflix just announced that they're doing a movie with Fincher starring Michael Fassbender called Killer something or other. So it's like
of course it's I knew it was something to do with a serial killer or some sort of fucking killer.
I'm all for it, man. David Fincher directing a serial killer movie. Oh, and you know who's writing it? The screenwriter of Seven.
Oh wow, that's a coincidence. Fucking what's with the serial killer bullshit? Right? Let's do something else.
What are you talking about?
The only theme
you don't like good serial killer stuff?
I did when it, but now that every single fucking thing on Netflix was a documentary series, fucking show, serial killer,
I am 100% with you there. I'm kind of sick of like the documentaries about serial killers. Yes, I agree. But like a well-written screenplay about it, I'm all for.
Yeah, I was all for it after the first 2 seasons of Mindhunter.
It's called The Killer. Spin-offs. It's called The Killer. That's what it's called.
Oh, that's original.
Yeah. You're hating on it, but I'm all for it.
I'm not hating on it, but David Fincher has done nothing but serial killer shit for the last 4 years.
What are you talking about? He just came out with Mank like 3 months ago.
Oh, he's dabbling.
Yes, it is definitely his oeuvre, I guess you would call it. Yeah. You're making a lot of sense. You're making a good point. But hey, if you're good at it, if it's not broken,
that's
why
great.
fix it?
I mean,
But you're right though. There's so many like true crime documentaries.
If I go on Netflix, what's trending now is fucking every single thing is about some killer, some deranged killer, or some weird story.
People can't get enough of it. There's like a documentary on there about
that fucking girl
from Vancouver.
Yeah, that went in the water tank. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like why would I want to watch that? Why don't I just stab myself and bleed out? That would be more enjoying than watching a weird documentary.
I get that. Yeah, I get the sick, perverse fascination with it, but there's so much out there that we're being inundated with it now. You're right. And it's like, look, I'm already trying to get through my own fucking life.
That's what I'm saying. Watch that, and you're not like this.
I feel good about stuff. Yeah. I feel good about the state of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it's because people need something to compare. You know what I mean? Like people are like, you know what? At least I'm not that. At least I'm not her.
I don't know. When I watch shit like that, I feel
like life could be worse. I could be.
Don't you feel weird
found in a water tank?
I feel weird for like an hour after I watch shit like that. That's not fun.
Yeah, you know what? Don't watch what I told you to watch earlier. I think it'll really... No, it's good. I don't know.
Not shit like that. That stuff, fine. I'm talking about like when I watch a weird, creepy killer movie, I feel weird afterwards. It doesn't make you feel good.
I feel more disturbed when it's a documentary or something. It's like based in reality. Like, oh, someone did that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I'm watching a movie, then I can kind of divorce myself from it a bit and then go like, I'm like, oh, that was creepy, but like that was good.
I watched
a documentary.
I watched a documentary that made me feel like a weirdo about these 8 hikers. I think it was in Russia somewhere, and they went to the top of a mountain, and then they all ended up killing each other or dying in some weird way on the mountain, and they still can't figure out why.
How did you watch that? Where did you watch that? Why did you watch it?
It was on the History Channel or Discovery Channel or somewhere.
So, okay, I get. So you were just like channel surfing and then you stop on it and you just don't turn away.
Yeah, but it was fucked up. They don't understand. They were just going on a normal hike. It wasn't even a big mountain. And the tents were all torn, but from the inside. And then all of them went out into the snow in just their underwear. And then all like tore each other apart or the pieces of their face were missing for no reason. And they don't know why they did it.
Did they do autopsies and find pieces of other people in their stomachs?
Yeah, all kinds of weird shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, at least to me, I'm like, that's not that weird.
But these were like
these
were normal people. Why would they snap? Why do they think that something happened, or I don't know.
They went up there and they did some fucking kind of drug, And
tripped
sure,
out?
the toxicology reports came back negative for whatever, but they did something.
I don't know
They
the
did
whole story.
peyote.
I just
They
gave you
did-
the.
I don't know.
I just gave you the gist of it. It's weird. Some of the
For sure. But I'm like, well, if 8 people are going hiking and they all brought their own tents, my guess is they went to get fucked up because their lives kind of suck and they want to
No,
just
this
be
was like years ago. This one, like, these people look like normal, like douchey college kids.
that sounds like the kind of people that want to get fucked up.
They're not. No, they're out of college. They're older. They're like 30s. I don't know.
I'm just saying. Sounds like they all went to party and the party hit a little too hard.
I don't know. Let's just say it turned out bad.
Well, it depends. I mean, maybe they took these drugs and they're like, you know what, guys, the afterlife's way better, and they're just gonna see each other's faces, and then we'll get there.
Yeah, it was weird.
Okay. Well, sounds like a good time.
Just like my horror movie that I've never watched again, and I'll never watch because I literally had a panic attack for 5 hours after.
Wait, what is it? What is it?
I think I told you about this. It was called Event Horizon.
Oh,
with
Event Horizon.
With Sam Neill.
Event Horizon. Do I have that movie?
I don't think you do. It was a horror movie that came out in 1998, I think, or 7. Oh my God, that's it! It's so fucked up, that movie.
You see, it's like one of those look. There's. Do you see him?
Yeah. It's a what do they call that?
A lenticular
hologram
thing. I don't know. Yeah, Event Horizon, Infinite Space, Infinite Terror. I thought this movie sucked. This gave you a panic attack.
It was scary as shit.
No, it wasn't.
Yes,
Paul
it was.
Anderson directed.
You have to watch it. It's still as fuck. It's a trip show.
Its name, Event Horizon. The high-tech pioneering research spacecraft mysteriously vanished without a trace on its maiden voyage 7 years earlier, but a weak, persistent signal from the long-missing craft prompts a rescue team, headed by the intrepid Captain Miller, to wing its way through the galaxy on a bold rescue mission. Accompanying Miller is his elite crew and the lost ship's designer. Their mission is to find and salvage the state-of-the-art spacecraft. What they uncover instead is state-of-the-art interstellar horror.
Yeah, so the ship was designed to bend like the universe, and then so you could go across it quickly, like create a wormhole.
Yeah, I don't remember the specifics, but an event horizon has to do with a black hole, right?
Yeah. So they create a black hole so the ship can travel to one side of the universe. So it's like faster travel,
like interstellar shit.
But they open up a portal into hell. But like not like a normal hell, like a fire.
What the fuck's a normal hell?
Like crazy, like
other like interdimensional, just horror.
It's fucking fucked.
Were you drunk or anything when you watched it?
No, I was only 15 years old.
Okay, I mean, I remember watching it. I was probably about the same age, like around 15, 16. I'm watching it because I was just stoked that it had Sam Neill and Lawrence Fishburne. I remember watching it being like, this kind of sucks.
It's fucking weird.
I don't think the effects hold up.
Watch it again. It's creepy. No, it's really simple effects. It's not really much.
I'll give it another whirl. I don't even know why I own it. I think. Oh, I remember. I bought this. It was like $5. It was cheaper to buy it than it was to rent it. I was like,
you wanted it for the hologram.
I'll give it a whirl. No, have you ever seen that? I've had that on iTunes before, where sometimes a movie is cheaper to buy than it is to rent, or it's the same price. I'm like, well, I'll just fucking buy it.
Yeah, whatever.
If I watch it, see, this is what fucking iTunes is missing. This is what my wife says. I think it's genius. If you rent something on iTunes, you should have the option right afterwards to purchase it for the difference between the rental price and the purchase price.
Then they wouldn't make enough money.
No. But like, if I rent it for like $6, right?
Yes, and you're going to minus that off of the purchase price.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then they want to make more money.
I don't see how they're making more money.
Because you rent it and be like, oh, I really like that. And then a couple weeks later, I'm going to buy it instead of rent it. So then they're getting your $6 and the full rental.
Or I could rent it. Or I could rent it again for another $6. But it's still not equal to purchase price.
I just think you'd be smarter than that. Why would you rent it again if you purchase it?
What? There's other stuff where you can complete your purchase. Like what about Cineplex? When you go and you can upgrade to a super ticket afterwards. So you don't have to buy a super ticket, right? You can just go see the movie.
Yeah,
but if
I know.
You upgrade a super ticket afterwards.
You get the movie afterwards. Yeah.
It's kind of like that. I think it makes sense. Or if you buy a song on iTunes, no one does that anymore because it's Spotify. But if you buy a song on iTunes,
I still buy songs on iTunes.
Well, you can complete your purchase for the album, so you can.
Shit.
It'll subtract that. That
It's always done that though.
Yeah. So why not that with movies?
I don't know. All right. Whatever. Fuck you. That's all the trudging we're going to be doing for this week. I was going to say, it's fucking been a while.
Yeah. We're gonna wrap this thing up here. But any last thoughts, requests?
No. Always white front to back.
Classic one. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Good luck trudging out there. We love you, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
If we make it.
Okay.